Aloha class. So for 12.5, we are going to calculate the payback period and then the simple rate of return. Remember, the payback period considers the inflow or the cash flows, which doesn't consider depreciation, while the simple rate of return requires the incremental net operating income, right? So the annual incremental net operating income. So this is some of the background of the problem. Right, you purchase the equipment, there's an annual cost saving, this is the relevant data, it's in yen. For Mitsui Electronics, compute the payback period. So payback period will be this cost savings cash flow amount, while the simple rate of return will have to consider depreciation for the net operating income. So will the equipment be purchased if the company's required rate of return is 14%? So once we calculate that simple rate of return, is it going to meet the 14% threshold? So payback period, remember our formula: initial investment divided by net cash inflow, cash flow that we're going to get. So this one divided by that one, it's going to be about 4.8 years, and management says that they will only accept projects with 4 years or less, so we would not be accepting this project because the payback period is too long. We want a short payback period. For these annual savings or inflows, right? So if we're saving money, that's like an inflow. We don't have to pay for expenses. We need to consider some depreciation, right? So depreciation, again, is our asset price minus any salvage value. I don't believe they mentioned a salvage value, but they said equipment is purchased, let's see, what does it say? Use straight line depreciation based on the equipment's useful life, and I don't see a salvage value. So I would do the equipment value, 432,000 yen, minus salvage value. I didn't see any salvage value. This would be our depreciable base divided by the 12 years, right? So this is the amount of depreciation, that expense that I'd have to take into account, right? So this would be our savings, but we do have some costs associated with that would affect our net operating income or annual incremental net operating income. So now my net operating income or annual incremental net operating income, when I look at my simple rate of return, would be 54,000 divided by my initial investment. And so, let's see what that decimal. So it looks like it's 12.5%, or I could change that to a percentage. What was the required rate? Oh, it was 14%, right? So this one said the company would only invest if it had and it has a required rate of return of 14%. This one was only 12.5%. I would also reject this project based on the company standards.